Pranam to you, Prabhuji. How are you?
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dina Mataji, how are you? Today we are going to discuss very important point. So we will start now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Mataji. Okay, we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatkripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Paramanandamadhavam Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna devotees, thank you for joining Bhagavatam discussion. We were reading Canto 2, Chapter 2, Text 30. We were reading Srila Prabhupada's purport. So on the way we stopped, I think this is the area we stopped about the Prabhupada talks about the different offenses in the purport. So, sorry. Correct? Am I right? This is where we stopped, right?
Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So, Prabhupada talks about different offenses. Mainly the offenses he talks about for a pure devotee and how do we, guard against that. He talks about that. So, first and foremost, let's understand the difference between offense and sin. Papa and aparadha. So, sin is an aparadha. Sin is a papa. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sin is a papa. Offense is a aparadha. So generally, for sin, a prayaschitta can be done, and an atonement can be done. For offense, very rarely an atonement can be done. So that's why we should be very careful against the offenses, aparadha. Papa, of course, we should not do papa, but at least papa, there is a prayaschitta. So when talk about aparadha, the different types of aparadha talks about that Vaishnava aparadha, which Prabhupada highlights here, and the Dhama Aparad, the holy Dham. Just now we were talking with the Sumit Prabhu, the Vrindavan Dham. So Dhama Aparad, we are doing offense to the holy Dham. Guru Aparad, offense to the Guru. And Seva Aparad, while doing Seva to their lordships, we do offenses. Or like that, there are many other offenses. So why we should aware of these offenses? Because we all want to grow our bhakti. We all want to. It's like Prabhupada says that it's like a creeper in our heart. We are planted, or somebody has planted a creeper in our heart, and with our daily devotion service, like chanting or reading Bhagavatam, we are pouring water or putting fertilizer to grow that creeper. But when the creeper is been attacked by a mad elephant, or that garden is attacked by a mad elephant, everything get destroyed. This offense is like that. So we'll try to discuss this offenses what Prabhupada quotes here, and also try to discuss the 10 offenses against the holy name. So okay, so somebody can read this one by one. We'll read one point. We'll read and then discuss and move on.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shall I
Hare
read?
Krishna. Go ahead.
Offense by one at the feet of a pure devotee may be likened to the mad elephant who devastates a very good garden if it enters.
Yes. Yeah. So as we
Two,
discussed,
one must be.
yeah, 1 second. One second, Prabhu.
Hare
We'll
Krishna.
go
Okay.
one by one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your internet is weak, will you? There is a lot of echo is happening.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. So Prabhupada says that offense at the feet of an pure devotee is like a mad elephant entering into the very nicely done garden. However, normally an elephant enters the garden, it will eat up anything. But when the mad elephant enters, it will just not eat, it will destroy everything. So there's a analogy, there's a kind of example Prabhupada gives here. So as we said earlier, with the great difficulty, we planted that bhakti creeper in our heart, and daily with a lot of effort, with their chanting and Bhagavatam and deity worship, all those things, we are putting the water, fertilizers, and so that it can grow. But the small one offense at the feet of a pure devotee can destroy everything. That's the reason Prabhupada highlighting that we should be very, very careful not to commit such offenses. There are so many examples in Shastra talks about what is the result of the offenses. We know the Ambarish Maharaj, where Durvasa Muni offended Ambarish Maharaj. Even Dhamma could not save, and Lord Shiva could not save. Lord Vishnu himself said, Aham Bhakta Paradhina. He says, I don't have any power in front of my devotees. So you go back to my devotee Ambarish. So this is the mood in which Lord takes. Lord may take any offense against him, but he will not take offense against his devotees. Yeah, nice analogy. Like, for example, a mother, if somebody scolds her, she may forgive, she may not bother. But somebody does against her child, she will not tolerate. I mean, any parent for that, mother or father or anybody for that matter. Similarly, Krishna is our supreme father. Whatever done to his pure devotee, he will not tolerate. So there are so many examples. And in our day-to-day activities also, many places Acharya is saying that why I'm not getting a taste for chanting the holy name, why I'm not getting the taste for reading Bhagavatam, why I'm not taking taste for serving devotees is because of my offenses. I may have some desire, but because of my offenses, I'm not getting that taste. So this is where I should be very, very careful and I should work on it. Consciously, I should work on it. That's why Prabhupada is highlighting that this is one of the greatest offense, Vaishnava Aparadha. Okay, now point number 2, somebody can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
One must be very careful to guard himself against such offenses at the feet of pure devotees, such as one protects a creeper by all around fencing.
So normally when we make a garden, we make a fencing, right? The fencing to protect the creeper from the other elements, like maybe in the case of garden, whether wild animals or anybody else can come and destroy it. So in our case also, we should develop that fencing. What is that fencing for us? One, we should be very, very conscious of our offenses. Second, we should always be under care of another senior devotee. Because that's where whatever I do, I can be corrected. Because I should be always subject to correction. If I think that I'm independent, I'm kind of beyond corrections, my fall down kind of guaranteed. That's why I always should be under correction, so that I have somebody who can pinpoint at me and tell that you please, don't do this. You are committing mistake, you're committing offense. So that's why I should be always give that fence of my seniors, the God brothers or other senior Vaishnavas, or Siksha Gurus. That's how I should fence myself. On the top of it, I should sincerely pray to the Supreme Lord, please, please protect me. Please do not allow me to commit any offenses against the feet of any pure devotee. This is where I should sincerely, consciously pray and build that, creeper, the fencing. So the devotee association, sincere prayer, and I'm subjecting myself under care or instruction of an senior Vaishnava. This is the most important fence I should develop. So that's why we said that I should be always under CCTV. I should be observed by another. Okay. Point number 3. Can somebody read? Go ahead, please.
It so happens that by the watering process, some weeds are also grown, and unless such weeds are uprooted, the nurturing of the main creeper or the creeper of Bhakti Yoga may be hampered.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is saying that normally in the garden we see, right? When we plant something, we put the fertilizer, water, but along with that, some creeper comes, which is not required. Now, in the bhakti process, what is that creeper? What is that creeper which is not required? Is like example, pride, or when I do something, especially devotional service, I may get glorification. People may glorify. By hearing the glorification, if I think, yes, this is my glorification, I become great, the pride start coming in. That pride is the very greatest creeper, which unwanted creeper. I should throw it out. Prabhupada writes that it should be uprooted. Such weeds, just not cut it. If they cut it, it will grow again. I should uproot it so that roots itself should be removed. That's how I should manage. That pride could be one. Many time, I feel that jealous for others by doing service, like I'm doing, but somebody else is doing better than me. 1 second, huh?
Color my friend.
So I think somebody is unmuted. Who is that? Okay, so while doing service also, if somebody else does a better service, I feel jealousy, and this is the most bad thing, or it says envy. Envy has no vacancy in spiritual world. Envy, no vacancy. Envy has no vacancy. These are the unwanted creepers grow along with us. The pride, envy, ahankar, or Prabhupada sometimes says the separatist mentality of a devotee. This is the another dangerous portion. Because many time what happens that when I start serving, I want my own glorification. I want my own recognition. Yes, serving separate is not a bad thing, but intention is important. If I do something for my glorification, my recognition, that's where my fall down starts. Like Srila Prabhupada said, go and preach, spread, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nagaradi Grama Prachar Hoibe Moranam. Yes, we have to go and spread, no doubt. But don't do that for my glorification. Any credit comes, it should be to my Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada. Like Srila Prabhupada writes in I think preface to the Bhagavad Gita, he says, I have no qualification. It is because of my Guru Maharaj, because of his mercy, because he has sent this American boys and girls, I'm able to do that. This is how Srila Prabhupada so humbly puts it. So that's the mood as a practicing devotee I should also develop. Otherwise, this unwanted creepers will destroy my real bhakti creeper. Okay, next, 4. Point number 4. Please unmute quickly. Word.
Actually, these weeds are material enjoyment, merging of the self in the absolute without separate individuality, and many other desires in the field of religion, economic development, sense enjoyment, and emancipation.
Yeah, so there are different creepers, material enjoyment. In the process of bhakti also, sometime we may do that, correct? So because dharma, artha, kama, moksha, generally we do bhakti, dharma for artha, so that I can get more and more wealth, more opulences. Why? I want to enjoy. And end of the day, I want to kind of renounce everything because I can't do anything. See, after 70, 75, my senses are can't do anything. That's the time I think, okay, now let me, go back or let me ask for mukti. But that's not going to happen. So that's why Prabhupada is saying that, the merging of self with absolute without in separate individuality. So even those people think that I can be one with the Lord. That is also in kind of a sense gratification. Even to the extent, Prabhupada says, if somebody says, I want to go, that is one way of sense gratification. Because I'm thinking about myself. If I say that, yes, let everybody else go, let me suffer here, then that is the real mood. Like Prahlad Maharaj, that is the mood of Prahlad Maharaj. He wanted to take the sin of everybody and let everybody go back to earth. Srila Prabhupada has similar mood. Okay, we'll read the point number 5.
There are many other weeds, like disobedience to the tenets of the revered scriptures, unnecessary engagements, killing animals, and anchoring after material gain, prestige, and adoration.
Yeah, so other disobedience to scriptural injunctions. Sometimes we know what our scriptures or seniors are saying, but kind of a very what do you call knowingly we disobey that. We don't bother. Like Prabhupada says, chant 16 rounds, follow for regulated principles. Then I try to find a way out. Maybe I can chant in the evening, maybe I can chant in the night, or I can do this, I can do that. Prabhupada talks about here animal killing, or these are the 4 regulatory principles: no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no kind of the intoxication, gambling, no illicit connection. These are the different prohibitions Prabhupada gave. Of course, he did not kind of invent it. It's from Shastra. The 4 pillars of Dharma: Satya, Saucha, Tapa, and what is that? Another one? Daya. Yes. These are the 4 pillars. So need to follow these 4 pillars. Prabhupada one place says that one who doesn't follow this is unfit to be called human. To that extent, he says. So we should be very, very careful. And on the top of it, there is a desire, hankering for material gain, prestige, and adoration. This is the second 2 part is the more dangerous. Prestige and adoration. Because those who are bhakti also, this is where Maya will enter. People keep, glorifying. Then I think that, yes, I'm become big now. Yes, so that they're glorifying me. That is my real fall down. I remember once we were in one of the temple. One sannyasi was there. There are devotees actually glorifying that sannyasi. And he just walked out. He didn't stay there at all. After some time, he came back and said that, why you have so much enmity against me? Why are you glorifying me? If at all you have any good wishes for me, please find my fault. That's what I want. This is what it says. Even His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, Srila Prabhupada's Guru, that is a nice pastime. There was a person, I don't know, devotee or not, he is always used to come and criticize Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. And Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur simply listened, whereas his disciples were so upset. Why this man is criticizing our Gurudev? And to the extent they wanted to beat him because disciples were not able to tolerate. And after a few days, a few years, one day they got to know that that person died. The disciples were really celebrating. They were so happy. Yes, this kind of problem creator is gone. But that day, Bhakti was literally weeping, literally crying. And he told his disciples, you fools, you don't understand. I had only one person who could find fault with me, who could identify my fault and correct me. That also gone. You fools don't do anything. The point is that when somebody find a fault with me, I should actually thankful to him. I should appreciate him. Okay. So otherwise, the prestige and adoration can be very dangerous. Okay. Point number 6. Yes. Somebody please raise the hand who will can read the next so that we don't waste time. Please go ahead. If sufficient care is not taken, then watering process may only help to breed the weeds, stunning healthy growth of main creeper and resulting into the fructification of ultimate requirement of love of Godhead. So we all know that our ultimate goal is love of Godhead, ultimate Krishna Prema. So all this, if the care is not taken, that can be easily destroyed. Point number 7. The devotee must therefore be very careful to uproot the different weeds in the very beginning. Only then then will be the healthy growth of a main creeper not to be stunted. So unless we identify the creeper, many times the problem is identifying it and next is uprooting it. This is many times it's difficult. I may not be able to realize it, what direction I'm going. So I need somebody to identify it. And I should have a guts, I should have a humility to accept it and take it forward. Next is the 8. And by doing so doing, the devotee is able to release the fruits of love of God, thus lives practically with Krishna even in this life and can also see the Lord in every step. With that, we can see the Lord face to face. The highest perfection of life is to enjoy the life constantly in association with the Lord, and one who can release this does not aspire after any temporary enjoyment of the material world via other media. So ultimately, we don't aspire any material desire. We aspire only service to the lotus feet of the Lord. So now we'll talk about the few offenses, the 10 offenses against the holy name. Many of you will know. It's my own verification. I just read those 10 offenses and whatever the time, next 5 to 7 minutes, we'll try to discuss that. Devotees can see the screen.
Not yet, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay, now.
No. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Can we read, Prabhuji?
Yes, please go ahead.
To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Yeah.
So, okay.
To blaspheme, this is a point we discussed earlier also. To the person who dedicated his life for propagation of the holy name, or propagation of holy name does not be just a holy name and related preaching activities, and any other kind of Krishna conscious activities, we should be very careful not to offend them. Okay, next, point number 2. Offense
To
number 2.
consider, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu.
Yes. So this is another point. So we need to understand the position of each personalities, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. They are not equal. At the same time, we don't have a right to kind of insult them, any one of them. But at the same time, we should not be considered equal. So we should know the position of them. What is Lord Vishnu? What is Lord Shiva? What is Lord Brahma? But their names are not equal. So we cannot say that, all the way, all the path goes to the same place. No, that's not the correct way. Okay, next.
To disobey the orders of the spiritual master.
Yes, this is maybe those who are taken shelter or aspiration or diksha. This more relevant, of course. For all others, it's Srila Prabhupada is our eminent Siksha Guru and Srila Prabhupada Jagat Guru. His instructions we should follow. And more than that, we also should aspire to have a Diksha Guru so that we can get proper instructions and we should follow that. Disobeying the order of spiritual master, a Guru Aparadha, is more dangerous. Okay, next.
To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version.
Yeah, any Vedic scriptures kind of insulting or talking is that you should be careful. Yeah, next. 5.
To consider
Okay. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination.
Yes. So Hare Krishna mantra is not an ordinary mantra. It is not an imagination. It says Nama Prabhu means mantra is a person, personification. So we have to deal with that person. It's like a Supreme Lord. We are dealing with Supreme Lord. The mantra also like that. Should be very, very respectful. At the same time, attentive chanting is given. So important. So that consider imagination is an offense. Okay, next 6. Please.
To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord.
So unwanted explanations and false interpretations should be avoided because this is an offense. Holy name is holy name. It's a pure. There is no way it can contaminate. Holy name is always pure. But when I commit offenses, it's become I do aparadh. That's the reason I don't get the benefit of it. Because one particular place says, one disciple asked Prabhupada, how much time it takes to become a pure devotee? Prabhupada says 1 minute. One mantra, if you chant attentively or with sincerity, you'll become pure devotee. So that is where the point is at. Should be very, very careful. Okay, next.
To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name.
Yeah, like some communities, they have every Sunday meet, we do ask for forgiveness. Monday onwards, do the same. No. So once I know that I should not commit sin, I should not commit sin. Just because I'm chanting, I cannot say, okay, now I am come to ISKCON, I'm chanting, I can do whatever I want to do. No, there's no such protection. So strength of the holy name is not to commit sin again. Okay, next.
To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as Prityu activities, Karma Kanda.
The Karma Kanda, I got a lot of ritualistic activities, but chanting is not a ritual. Chanting is our daily sadhana, like how I breathe, like how I eat, how I drink water. Chanting also my day-to-day activity. Actually, non-stop. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Atava Satata Kirtayanto Krishna says that. Satata means non-stop. But especially the prescribed rounds, whatever chanting rounds I committed, like if he has taken a shelter or diksha, minimum 16 rounds, minimum. Prabhupada says minimum. That's not the maximum, minimum. 16 rounds chanting, that's mandatory. And anything extra is very good. Okay, next, number 9.
To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
Yeah. This is many times kind of debated. Then how do we preach? It's talking about the faithless person means the offender. And those who do not have a faith in holy name or faith in Krishna. Such people you don't have to worry, don't have to disturb them. But there are a lot of God-fearing people we can preach. People, why? Because when we go and preach such people, they may kind of blaspheme Lord Krishna or holy name. So we become a cause for that. So don't do that. Instead of that, there are so many God-fearing people or who are ready to listen, at least preach, make devotee circle with that. Don't go into the such faithless people. Next, 10.
To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema.
Prema. So, what is our desired success? What is our goal of life? Krishna Prema. So, every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava, if I have to claim myself as a Vaishnava, I should guard against these offenses. And I should have a complete faith, not to have faith in the chanting the holy name. It is not ritual, it is not obligation, it is completely pure love of Godhead. And on the top of it, it is so happened that I keep chanting, I keep coming to ISKCON, but I have my material attachment. I want that money, that this, that opulence, that sense gratification, everything I want. And this happens even after repeated instructions. That's why Prabhupada says repeated instruction, because this 10 offenses generally in the temple every day before chanting they read. So even otherwise, many lectures is repeatedly told, still I don't understand. I keep so many attachments. I don't have full faith in the holy name. So that is the most important point we need to understand. And not to have inattentive chanting. While chanting, I keep doing Mahatma Prabhupada disciple. He gives so many seminars. How inattentive chanting can be disastrous and how can we come out of it. The chanting should be focused, and chanting means chanting only, no other activity. That is prescribed rounds. But extra, if you want to do, that's bonus. But your prescribed rounds should be very, very attentive chanting should be done. Okay, so with that, I'll stop here. Devotees want to ask any questions or any comments or realization, please go ahead. Share. Who want to start with? Which alphabetic order? Okay, start with the, yes, Asha Mata, so go ahead.
I understood all the offenses, how it can be harmful, and how I have to protect myself from indulging in offenses, Prabhuji. That's my takeaway for today. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I understood the offense and the sin, and difference between an offense and sin, offense means aparadh, which is rarely any praschit can be done, whereas sin is papa, praschit can be done. There are types of aparadh that you have explained, Vaishya, Dharma, Guru, and Seva aparadh. And we need to avoid offense because we would like to grow our bhakti. Bhakti is like a creeper in the garden, and if it is attacked by a mad elephant, the whole garden gets destroyed. So Prabhupada says that offense is like a mad elephant enters into the garden. So every day we plant bhakti like a small plant with lot of love by giving fertilizers, water, etc. Lord may take any offense against him, but he will not take any offense against his devotee. Like a mother does not take any offense against his child. Similarly, Sri Krishna does not take any offense against his children, his devotees. Normally, when we make a garden, we fence it so that the garden is protected. The fence helps as protection, care. If I make any mistake, I should correct myself. I should always have the fence of Shiksha Guru and similarly pray Lord Krishna. I should similarly, sincerely and consciously pray so that I do not commit any mistake and should be under the coverage of, like a coverage of a CCTV example that you gave, so that if any mistakes are done, it has been identified and rectified at the right time. In the bhakti process, some weed comes while we do the plantation. So when pride comes, it is like weed. It should be uprooted so that the roots need to be uprooted from the deep root so that it does not grow again. So examples that you gave was jealousy, envy. These were the examples that you mentioned, and self rectification, self glorification, etc. Are also like wheat. It should be uprooted and should not be allowed. So unwanted creepers to be avoided and uprooted in our lives too. Different creepers are material enjoyment. Generally, people do bhakti to get more health. End of the day, when they more wealth. So end of the day, when I realize I cannot enjoy, let me go to the bhakti. People who feel that I would like to be with God. That is self gratification. So these are a couple of things, and I would leave the floor for other Matajis and others to share their inputs. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you. Archana Mataji, you want to say anything? No. Mariappan Prabhu. Okay, Archana Mataji, go ahead.
Offenses and the difference between that full offense and
Yeah.
thank you.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I have understood all the offenses and especially the offense and sins. And these are all not just theory to be by heart and forgotten. This should be put in practice, and it should be sincerely followed. As a matter of fact, the other day when when yourself and Sankarshan, you came along with Sankarshan Prabhuji and performed Mangalarti in our home. You have made us practically to read the offenses before starting the Mahamantra chanting. 16 rounds of Mahamantra chanting when we initiated.
So your voice is not able to hear. Okay. Roja Mataji, you want to say anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I joined from when you're explaining from the related to envy, Prabhuji, that like we should not have all those qualities. Being a devotee of, if we are in a spiritual path, and also along with that, this 10 offenses which you explained, and usually like I heard like we should say we should read those offenses every day in the morning, right, Prabhuji? Like before starting our day, correct?
True.
Those things I understand, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
So we're missing you on Sundays. Please come. Sudhavati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Yeah, it's
Hare,
to the
Hare
topic.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Sorry, Mariappan Prabhu got disconnected.
No problem, Prabhuji. I have almost completed. And
Okay.
kindly the next devotee can report.
Sure.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Sudhavati Mataji, go ahead.
Yes, continuation to Miss Reena Mataji. So the fifth point is no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. These we need to avoid. And then the four pillars are Satya, Sauchya, Tapa, and Daya. And those who do not have follow these, they are unfit to be called as humans. And people, they keep glorifying themselves. That is the real fall down for a person, because once they become, the pride will get into their mind, and that is the real fall down. So we should be very careful on that. And ultimate requirement is love for God. So devotees must be careful to uproot the unwanted weeds in the very beginning, so that the healthy creeper will grow without any problem. So the person who propagates holy name is very holy, and to disobey the orders of a guru is more dangerous. So we should be aware that we should always follow the instructions of our guru. And Hare Krishna mantra is not an imagination. We are dealing with Supreme Lord, so we should be utmost careful on that. And to commit sinful activities in the name of holy name is also not it's a blunder. And to consider Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is a daily sadhana, like how we do our daily activities. We should keep doing it every day. And those who do not have faith in God, there is no need to preach them, because again, if they say anything negative, then that is like creating an opportunity, like to say something against Supreme Lord. So we need not approach them. We can preach people who are God fearing. And what is my ultimate goal is complete love towards Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. And one more, just is like when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, I've been doing for few days, for 5 rounds, and there is an improvement definitely from the start till now. But to improve more, can you give me some tips, Prabhuji?
So possible chant along with the devotees, at least possible either physically, if the devotees are there, do chant together, or at least online, if not there. And second, while chanting, if Tulasi Maharani is there, or the altar or God's picture, Radha Krishna picture is there, that makes. And generally, what happens that while chanting is only mind tricks us. It
Ah,
makes so many plans. Suppose you had some different opinions, some devotees, that's the time it comes. Or even that is control. It mind talks about seva. Okay, you have to do this, you have to do this. Mind plans everything, that's the time. So we should be
yes,
very careful to handle that. There are different way to people handle, but as much as we should bring back. Prabhupada says,
bring back. Yeah, that is.
while
Uh,
chanting, continuously hear the holy name. That's where the main focus is there. Then slowly you have to tell the mind, please, this is not the time for you to disturb me. Please keep away. Now let me chant. That's the way to, it's not easy, but we have to do. The Prabhupada says there's no other way. You have to focus. There's no other way to kind of, we cannot control the mind. We have to engage the mind. You have to tell the mind, please hear now. Okay.
yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
few things
That's
like
what.
the chanting next to Tulasi Maharani, chanting in front of Radha Krishna photo, chanting along with the devotees. Because the devotees are there, you will be kind of conscious. Yes, people are there.
Yes.
Or if physical is not there, at least online, that will help.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Yeah. Shridevi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Offensing a pure devotee is like mad elephant who devastates a very good garden. So one should be very cautious about against offensing at the feet of the pure devotee. It's just as one protects a creeper by all around fencing. Srila Prabhupada explained very nicely, how we water the seeds, and the seed grows. No, so many unwanted weeds come out. Unless until if we remove the unwanted weeds, the original plant, the seed plant, will not grow properly. So likewise, while we are doing bhakti, so many unwanted material desires and anarthas comes. unless we eliminate them, our bhakti will not go forward. And by doing so, the devotee is able to relish the fruit of love of God and live practically with Lord Krishna. And the highest perfection of life is to enjoy life constantly in the association of the Lord. And one who relishes this, they do not aspire for any temporary enjoyment of the material world. That's what Prabhuji. And regarding these 10 offenses of the holy name, just one or two shall I tell Prabhuji, or it's okay?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, yes. Otherwise, we have two more devotees left.
To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. That is the very first offense.
So,
To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to the name of Lord Krishna.
Vishnu.
To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. To consider the glories of chanting of Hare Krishna to be imagination. And the rest maybe the other people will share, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Saurabh Prabhu, are you there? Want to say anything? Dandat Prabhuji.
Very beautifully explained by my previous senior devotees. And 10 offenses, we have to be very, very careful. It's 10, obviously, it's 10 types of traps. We should be careful. We should be safeguard ourselves to become the victim of Maya. And most importantly, whatever is my experience, self-belief is very much important. Whatever, just like in Nectar of Instructions, Rupa Goswami said, Utsaha Nischa Dhairya, determination, enthusiasm, and patience. Conceive, believe, and achieve. So self-belief is very much important. Ki, Krishna has given me that enough strength, enough mental strength, enough devotional power to stay away from any kind of Vaishnava, aparadh, any kind of sinful activities, to sit and chant, complete 16 rounds or whatever rounds I do daily. Whatever you chant daily, just be a qualitative round. 16 rounds or 10 rounds or 5 rounds, do a quality type of chanting, so that it will affect in future. And thirdly, and one more, just quite a few minutes back, Sudha Mataji asked you the same question, how to improve the chanting. So in that context, I have one more question, Prabhuji, sitting in, chanting in sitting position and chanting in walking position. So which one is more, significant or fruitful or more concentrative? Yeah.
Yes, sitting is always good. So that, because while walking, there's a possibility of distraction.
Okay.
But devotees walk because otherwise they sleep. That's the reason they walk. But possible sit and focus and chanting is much better.
Point.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sumit Prabhu, concluding words, please.
Prabhu, almost everything is discussed already. So I was thinking of, like, sometimes like familiarity with the devotees, it can like we can become a little bit complacent, and we can become too comfortable with the devotees, and that time that offenses might be done. So we have to be very careful with the devotees. So though devotees are very compassionate, and they will be dealing with us very like sometimes as a friend, sometimes as a, but we have to understand their position, that they are at a much higher level from us, and we have to deal with them very, very carefully. So as Prabhupada has already written, that it's like a mad elephant in a garden. So devotees may not take that as offense, but we know that the Lord will not let anybody go who is offending a devotee. So very, very careful, especially the Vaishnava Aparadha, we should be. Yeah, bro. That's all.
Yeah. So that's why Acharya is saying that whenever we see any Vaishnava or Vaishnavi, we should do the Dandavat Pranam. That's the first thing. It is the first thing. But nowadays, somehow we become so modern, even without doing Dandavat, verbally say Dandavat. But no, actually physically we are doing Dandavat for each Vaishnava. Raghunath Goswami used to do minimum 2000 dandavats every day.
Wow.
Every day. You can imagine how is that? Such a great personality. So that is the first thing. And possible we should, like Sumit Prabhu said, with whom we are dealing with, we'll invite them for prasadam, because that's, and glorify them. Because I know when we're dealing with like familiarity, we may commit offenses. That's the time, at least, and time to rectify myself. So, and Vaishnava, we should do that. We should invite devotees for prasadam and as much as glorify other devotees. This is where certain can be eliminated. But yes, if he really felt bad, that's, asking forgiveness, touching his feet, and he is really forgiving. That's the only solution. There is no other solution. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll end here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyasya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah ananta koti vaishnavanda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Srila Prabhupada ki jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow.
Pranams.
Possibly, please request other devotees to join, those who are in a group and others. Each one can call one person. Please help so that we can spread.
Ji Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.